Hello, Mr. Wazakowski. Just wanted to show you, this is almost the same, actually, I think I can get the same view as on the last video. And on the last video, the shaft log was not in the video. There was a shaft going through the hole. The engine was here, and the hole was, this hole right here that's got the shaft log on it was open. And the reason for that is to make sure that the shaft's not touching the inside of the hole anywhere, because that ends up being extra stress on your transmission and extra friction, and will keep your speed down. So in order to know that we're not touching the wood, that's got to be out of position. And the second reason is typically they didn't seal those all that well from the factory. They put like a piece of twine, cotton twine in there, and the cotton would expand, and that was your seal. And so as that cotton aged, you know, most of the time these shaft logs, this plate on the bottom of the shaft log, actually leak underneath the plate. And so that kind of makes your packing gland up here kind of worthless, because you're leaking down here before it ever gets to the packing gland. Anyway, so now that's been installed. We made sure that we were coming up through the center of that hole and that there was no interference between the hole and the shaft. Believe it or not, the wood fibers will wear the shaft and score the shaft. So that's all done. We're working on your wiring. We found that not only was your engine, there were no wires for your engine. What wiring was done by the other group was largely incorrect. This is a spade terminal that's crimped onto the wires, and those are not allowed in boat construction. The reason being, if your terminal gets your screw terminal gets just a little bit loose, this can slide off. Especially with all the vibration in the boat and the bouncing on the waves and all of that stuff, that's a bad thing. So the bilge pump was wired, both the automatic and the manual wire were put together and butt spliced to the wire from the switch for the bilge pump on the dash. So basically, your automatic was being bypassed. Your bilge pump wasn't going to work unless you turned the manual switch on. And of course, when the manual switch came on, I guess your automatic switch would be, if it was floating, it would have operated in automatic. But the fact of the matter is, it's just bypassed. You're operating it in manual. You are going to close the other circuit, and you'll have power coming from both the automatic circuit and the manual circuit, but the only time it's going to operate is when you pull that switch, which is manual. And here's some of the spade connectors that we cut out and off the other wiring. And you have to have a ring terminal. The ring terminal is just what it sounds like. Here's some right here. They have rings, because those are the larger ones. Here's some of the smaller ones that would fit the, here we go. There's the ring terminals that we're using. And then of course we, put heat shrink on that to insulate it from touching anything else. And here's a little bit of heat shrink right here. So anyway, so I added an extra $1,000. That doesn't sound good. Anyway, I added an extra $1,000 to the estimate to complete because we're having to fix this other stuff. We were like even money this morning, so I think we're going to come in under that extra $1,000. But we are having to fix the wiring that was already done. And so I've already sent you a summary of the spend, and that is that is in your mailbox if you haven't already looked at it. When we get ready to install the fuel tank, we're going to end up putting the blower over here. And when we install the fuel tank, we will also repack the rudder over here. I think I need to see what's going on over here with this compressor. Thank you.